Hi Cancer, welcome to your October 2012 Astrology Horoscope forecast. I'm Anisha. I talk everything around astrology and tarot. Now October is going to be bringing about a phase of eclipses that are there in Taurus and Scorpio. And no, you do not have to be either Taurus or a Scorpio in order for these eclipses to be affecting you. We all have Taurus somewhere in our birth chart, so it would be worth your while to be having a look as to exactly where it is that it is placed for you and see as to what best you can do to embrace or learn from this specific eclipse. To give you a cue, we had a similar eclipse that was there in 2012 and 2014. So depending as to where it is that you were there during that 2.5 years, whether you were in between jobs, you were looking for work, or whether you got a promotion, or you were getting married, you were in a challenging relationship, or you were going through a divorce, all of those lessons that you had learned during that eclipse are something to sort of go back to right now and check the notes and just remind yourself as to what is it that you really learned during that time and how it is that you can apply them now in your current state. The interesting thing also about this is that, even though Taurus is all about reliability, security, and our sense of self-worth, but we have Uranus, the planet of unpredictability, chaos. He's the wild boy of astrology, and he is transiting through Taurus since 2018 and carries on doing so since for the upcoming few years as well. So that is going to be bringing about a lot of suddenness. There can be certain, you could find yourself in situations where you just look and say, I hadn't planned for this, or where did this come about? Similarly, we have Scorpio, and Scorpio's, it's ruled by Mars and Pluto, the warrior planets. It's all about the transformational energy. So how it is that you are able to shed your old skin for the new? How is it that you're able to embrace certain difficult situations, or maybe change them, or even in certain cases embrace them? So the entire energy between Taurus and Scorpio, these eclipses are going to be coming as a reminder on things which have become stagnant in our life, things which maybe, it's like this, it's like some clutter lying in a part of our house, which we see every day, but we don't clear. And then we become so used to having that clutter over there that it becomes a part of the house decor. So the eclipses are sort of celestial checkpoints. It's going to be coming and pushing you. It's going to be coming and reminding you that something is being stagnant for way too long and needs to get changed now. We can get overwhelmed by the information, by the emotions. So the best advice is moderation. Try and sort of not swing to extremes. It shouldn't be a my way or a highway, but try and see as to where is it that you can find the balance without upsetting the entire cart. Let me break down the month for you. So on the 2nd, we have Mercury, and Mercury is going direct in your house of communication. This is the house of siblings and also the community where you stay. So a lot of conversations can be there. Maybe you're trying to, adjust yourself, make friends at the place where you stay. Maybe in some cases you could be wherein a sibling needs help, or there could be some conversations happening around you, but otherwise a good time for negotiations, a good time to be networking with people, getting together with people. On the 9th, we have a full moon that is there in your house of work, accolades. This is the house of your career, your reputation, how it is that the world perceives you, how it is that you want the world to perceive you, and it is joining Jupiter. So it's in any case an emotional time, because full moons are about culmination. Something is coming to a head, something is ending, something, you're putting finishing touches on things. Maybe you're releasing a book or publishing a book during this time, and they could just be this, you could just be feeling a little overwhelmed that, something has got finished. It can be that, you, besides, of course, doing a good job, done at your workplace and the credits and the accolades, a lot of you could be shifting jobs. You could be leaving, either a project has got finished and you could be moving on to the another. In some cases, it can be that, you could be given a lot of attention at this point of time, because the job that needs to get done can only be done by you, and no one else seems to be wanting it. So you're sort of, and it's not that you are keen as well to do it, but you could be being called upon to do that job as well. It is also a time to be putting yourself out there, Cancerians, and letting others know about your accomplishments. So if you're looking for a promotion, if you're looking and you're not in the really process of shifting your jobs, but it's a time to be letting others know as to what is it that you're bringing to the table. And for some of you, you can suddenly go in a new direction, and you could be offered something which is really interesting, and it could almost make you sort of rethink the paths that you have been on. So great time to be evaluating your long-term goals, and it's a good time to also see whether the current goals that you have chosen or the paths that you have been, whether it's going to be giving you the success that you desire or not. For a lot of you, authority figures can be a source of frustration around this time, and it can be in certain cases that your social status also takes a hit. So just ensure that you're watching yourself in public. You are don't offend someone by saying the wrong thing or being too aggressive or being too abrupt. So watch your communication over here. And it could also be that if something has been hanging around for a very long time, as far as a work or a business deal is there, it could just sort of finish. It could come to an end. On the 11th, we have Mercury that moves into your house of home. This is the house of, it's your own house of Cancer, and it rules your mother. So there could be some conversations around shifting your house. There could be some conversations around maybe buying a new place. Maybe you're renovating. There is some amount of work, redecoration that's happening in the house. In certain cases, it could be that, you are maybe interested, either you're visiting your parents, or you could be having your parents coming over and visiting you as well. It could also be that you're just having a lot of, there's a need to have, these conversations around your mother, because it's a moon and, you're the ruler of the planet, and you could just be feeling very emotional. You could be feeling quite vulnerable at this time as well. Now the biggie, on the 24th, we have Sun that moves into your house of love, romance, creativity, and children, and it is there joined by Venus, which rules this specific house. And then on the 25th, we have a new moon solar eclipse. That's not the end. We are closing the month on the 30th with Mercury that is coming and joining this party. So we have 4 planets over here. So a fabulous time to be putting yourself out there, Cancerians, as far as love is concerned. Great time to be and also so there are 2 things. One is that the serious stable relationships, and it's about manifestation that I'm speaking about, wherein that you say that, no, I really want to be in a committed long-term relationship with someone with whom I can go for long walks, share my life, have a cup of coffee, go and watch movies. And one is on a very temporary transactional thing, where you say, I do not have time for all of this, but yeah, I do get bored and lonely, and that person can be like available for whatever, but I do not want extra drama. So those are the 2 things. But this is the house of love that we're talking about. So it would be worth your while to sort of get to a drawing board and do a little bit of whether it's visualization, and for those of you who understand a storyboard, I've spoken about it earlier in my videos. You could cut pictures of the kind of life that you want, stick them in a book, and create a kind of a script, a storyboard that you want for the life that you are envisioning for yourself, that you would want to have. And because this is a new moon solar eclipse, besides the manifestations, it's a good time to be opening your home, Cancerians. It's a good time to be letting new friends in. It's a good time to celebrate. It's a good time also to, I would say, break the ice. So somewhere, if you've just been sitting and hiding yourself and saying, I do not want to put myself out too much there, or I do not want to open myself up more, this, I would say, is a this eclipse phase is a good trial phase for you to be seeing whether how it is that you feel outside. Good time also to be doing letting your own inner child out. So great time to be collaborating, good time to be publishing, painting, drawing, letting your inner child out, playing with children, playing with pets. I think that's a wonderful therapy as well. And also, I think being more spontaneous with yourself and not be so self-conscious and overthink of things. It's that said, I would also like to say that there is a lot of difference between joyous adventure and risky behavior. So try and stay on the safe side of the line. And it's a wonderful time to be engaged, in creative pursuits. But I think having a designated driver, both literally and figuratively, so that you can safely feel irresponsible for some time. So try and stay easy, Cancerians, during this eclipse. And I think a wonderful way to be taking care, self-care for yourself, is that have nice long baths, have a glass of wine, lovely music. And as cliched as it sounds, this is really a me time for you, Cancerians. And with Mercury also being there, you could be having a lot of conversations around love, around partnerships, around creative endeavors as well. So even if you are not collaborating, it's a good time to be finding that passion within you. If you write, then wonderful time to be maybe being a little disciplined and writing that blog or that page every day. Or if you draw, then maybe again being a little regimented about it and seeing as to how it is that you feel. It's been fabulous speaking with you, Cancerians. Do remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I keep forgetting to say this right at the beginning of the video, but I would love to hear from you whether the content resonated from you. It's always lovely to read the comments. It encourages me and it allows me to create more content. I'll see you soon, and thank you so much for watching.